Let's start to talk about professional needs analysis techniques, and I give you some practical tips how to analyze customers' needs in professional way. But today we'll be speaking about close-ended questions. Can you guess what is the biggest salesperson's mistake thinking about his needs analysis techniques? He only asks, or most often, close-ended questions, especially at the beginning of his sales conversation. You may ask me, for example, what are close questions? Close questions are those who can be answered by simply answer yes or no. They do not encourage dialogue at all. They force a customer to choose one of two previously suggested answers in the form like a single word or a single phrase, or a single statement about something. Let's have a quick look what kind of interrogative pronouns are characterized by close-ended questions. Here we have first example, the interrogative pronouns what. But please remember that interrogative pronouns what can appear both in open-ended questions and close-ended questions. Here you have example. What is the capital of Russia? Your answer would be probably Moscow. But here you have example as an open-ended question. What do you mean by product's quality? Could you tell me more about it? It's an open-ended question, isn't it? Another examples are interrogative pronouns are and do. Are you watching this film carefully? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Do you watch trainings films regularly? Yes, I do. No, I don't. So we have only received short statements. Another example is interrogative pronouns who. Who is responsible for purchasing decisions in your company? Mr. Johnson, for example. Another example is interrogative pronouns which. Which of colors above do you prefer? The black one, the red one, etc. Another example is interrogative pronouns when. When do you spend your holiday time? In June, in September, in October, etc. Another example is interrogative pronouns where. Where do you spend your holiday time? In Germany, in Japan, etc. How does situation look thinking about open-ended questions? Open-ended questions require more thoughts. In order to answer for such questions, a customer has to think and wonder about them. But thinking about open questions, we only have three interrogative pronouns like what, how, and why. What, how, and why. But please remember, the interrogative pronouns what can appear both together in open-ended questions and closed questions. Here you have example with interrogative pronouns what as an open-ended question. What do you mean by product's quality? What is most important for you thinking about buying new car? For example. Another example is interrogative pronouns how. How did you feel in this moment? Could you tell me more about it? How did you feel in this moment? It's an open-ended question, isn't it? The last example is interrogative pronouns why. But I suggest you to change the interrogative pronouns why into such as construction, for example, what is the reason? Why? Because when someone has to answer for such a questions who have started with interrogative pronouns why, he would probably has to explain himself why he did nothing. That's why I suggest you such as construction like what is the reason about something. So open-ended questions generally engage a customer to give us more information. I also suggest you to ask open-ended question in such as order. On the first stage, we should ask initial open-ended question. On the second stage, we should ask specific open-ended questions. For example, here you have example as an initial open-ended question. How does it look like? How's going on, etc. But on the second stage, we should ask specific open-ended question. This way we try to engage our customers to give us more information. So my second tip is for you. You should ask open-ended question and then you should make a pause and start to listen. This way you will be able to develop your active listening skills. By the way, it's not simple to listen others people, believe me. So every time you ask close-ended questions, just try to formulate them into open-ended questions. Please remember that you should make a pause after your question. You should try to listen your customer. It's not simple, believe me. If you, for example, find that your customer did not understand your questions, just try to formulate them into open-ended questions. Sometimes it can happen that our closed question can be understood as an open-ended question, and another time there could be situation that our closed question could be understood like an open-ended question. It's crazy, isn't it? But it sometimes happens. More practical tips you will find in my other films. Thanks for watching.